Today, we are going to dive into the fascinating science of how certain foods can literally switch on your body's own natural, built-in anti-cancer defenses. Now, this isn't about some miracle cure, nope. It's about giving the incredible systems you already have the fuel they need to do their job. So let's start with a big question. Is getting cancer just a roll of the genetic dice? I mean, most of us kind of assume it's all about the DNA you are born with, and there's not much you can do about it. But you know what? The latest science is showing us a very, very different story. And this quote from Dr. Becker just hits the nail on the head. He points out that what really separates people who develop serious cancers from those who don't, even when they have similar genetic risks, often boils down to one thing: what's on their plate. To really get this, we have to completely rethink how we even view cancer in the first place. And we're going to start with a fact that might actually surprise you. Having a microscopic tumors is a totally normal part of being alive. That's right, your body has trillions of cells dividing all the time, and sometimes it makes mistakes. A few of those mistakes turn into tiny, abnormal, cancerous cells. But here's the thing, this isn't a crisis. It's because your immune system is like a 24/7 security patrol, constantly on the lookout to find and destroy these little clusters before they ever get a chance to become a real problem. So, if we're all walking around with these tiny tumors, what's the trigger? What flips the switch that turns a harmless little group of cells into a dangerous disease? Well, the answer is this incredible process called angiogenesis. Okay, so picture a tiny little tumor, completely cut off. Without any fuel, without a blood supply, it's basically stuck. It can just sit there, totally dormant and harmless, for years, and it can't get any bigger than the tip of a ballpoint pen. To become dangerous, it needs a lifeline. And that lifeline is angiogenesis. It's our body's natural way of growing new blood vessels. But cancer is sneaky. It actually hijacks this system. It starts sending out these chemical signals that trick your body into building new blood vessels directly to it. It's literally creating its own personal fuel lines. Now check this out. This is where it gets crazy. The moment those blood vessels finally connect, that tiny, harmless tumor can just explode in size. We're talking up to 16,000 times bigger in just 2 weeks. It's this exact moment, this connection, that we want to stop from ever happening. So here's the good news. We are not defenseless here, not even close. Our bodies have these 3 powerful built-in toolkits to fight back. And the most exciting part? We can activate them with the food we eat. All right, so here they are. First, we can actively block that angiogenesis process, basically starving any tumors by cutting off their blood supply. Second, we can boost our body's own ability to repair damaged DNA before it turns into a cancerous mutation. And third, we can supercharge our immune cells to make them even better at hunting down and destroying cancer. So how do we do all that? Well, let's get to the fun part, the actual, specific, science-backed foods you can start adding to your diet. We're going to go through the 7 most powerful ones. First up, maybe a surprise, the kiwi. Research has shown that eating just 1 kiwi a day can slash DNA damage by an incredible 60%. And get this, if you bump it up to 3 kiwis a day, it not only prevents new damage, but it actually helps your body repair existing damage. It's all thanks to its unique cocktail of vitamin C and these powerful plant compounds called polyphenols. Next, an old favorite, green tea. Its secret weapon is a compound called ECGC, and it is a beast when it comes to anti-angiogenesis. It literally gets in there and blocks the signals that tumors send out to grow blood vessels. 3 cups a day seems to be the sweet spot. And here's a little pro tip for you. Always add a squeeze of lemon to boost absorption, but whatever you do, don't add dairy milk. It actually cancels out the benefits. When it comes to firing up your immune system, it's really hard to beat blueberries. They are just packed with something called anthocyanins. That's the stuff that gives them that gorgeous deep blue color. And studies show they can ramp up your body's specialized cancer-fighting T cells by a staggering 88%. Just 1 cup a day will do it. And here's some great news. Frozen blueberries are every bit as powerful as fresh ones. All right, let's talk about soy, because I know it's a food that gets misunderstood a lot. But here's the truth. Its active compound, genistein, is one of the most powerful anti-angiogenic substances ever discovered. In some studies, it shut down tumor blood vessel signaling by over 70%. So, you want to aim for at least 2 servings a week of whole soy foods like tofu, tempeh, or edamame. Okay, you might want to sit down for this one. We all know broccoli is good for us, right? Well, take a look at this chart.
This is why broccoli sprouts are playing in a totally different league. They have up to 100 times more of the powerful anti-cancer compound sulforaphane than a full-grown head of broccoli. It's not even a competition.
So this super concentrated dose of sulforaphane basically flips a switch that turns on your body's natural detoxification systems. And you don't even need a lot. About a quarter of a cup, maybe 3 or 4 times a week, is all it takes. Just remember the one golden rule. Lightly steam them. Never, ever boil them, because that intense heat completely destroys the very compound you're trying to get.
Next up, tomatoes, but with a twist. It has to be cooked tomatoes. The heat from cooking dramatically increases how much lycopene your body can absorb, and that's a compound that's been linked to cutting prostate cancer risk by as much as 35%. And another tip, cook them with a bit of olive oil to boost that absorption even more.
And last but not least, pomegranate. Now, this one is really cool because it's all about your gut. See, pomegranate contains compounds that are the favorite food of a very specific beneficial gut bacteria called Akkermansia. And you can think of Akkermansia as a personal trainer for your immune system. It gets it in shape and primes it to be way more effective at fighting off threats, including cancer cells. Okay, so you've got this list of amazing foods. How do you actually put it all together into a daily strategy that works for you? It's actually a lot simpler than you think. Let's just break it down into 3 key ideas. First, think synergy. Combine these foods. Their power actually multiplies when you eat them together. So a smoothie with kiwi and blueberries, you're hitting multiple defense systems all at once. Second, remember that consistency always beats intensity. A little bit every single day is so much more powerful than a whole lot once a week. And finally, always choose the whole food over a pill. You want that full synergistic benefit of all its compounds working together, which you just can't get from an isolated supplement. So here's the bottom line. Your body already has these amazing systems in place to prevent and fight cancer. The real question isn't whether you have them, it's whether you're giving them the fuel they need to do their job. This is all about empowerment. So think about it. What's just one food you can add to your plate today to start fueling your defenses?